Have you ever thought about what your heart pumps today? Maybe the beats of your heart carry fear, stress, grief, or anxiety. Well, I learned that when I have emotions like this, I should take a forest path and enter a state of flow with the universe. It's not about resisting being sad and always wanting to be happy. But my philosophy is not to force what isn't working. I prefer to focus my energy on what is flowing. And I know that sometimes it's not so easy. But seeking balance through contact with nature is an important routine of self-care. So when I have more problems or emotional pain, I take my forest path with the purpose of returning to myself. I'm looking for internal self-observation to identify the feelings that are blocking me, and thus recognize and accept what is happening to me. Because from that state of flow, I can make good decisions. And I try not to apply cliché to my life like, this will make you stronger, and things like that. And each person handles the difficult or pain in their own way. But I think it's better to keep moving and not get stuck. So today I went searching for gems, bones, deer antlers, or rocks. And I am fortunate that the universe placed me in this part of the earth. You know, this is my dream come true. I bring my tincture bells to thank the universe and ask the forest for permission to be here. I also use them to let the animals know that I am present and not to surprise them. Tincture bells are used in Tibetan ceremonies and spiritual rituals. And for some reason, I remember a specific and intense moment I experienced. I remember how I prepared for the day my ex come to pick up their things. I think that was a heavy, very heavy moment. For many reasons. The main thing was the fear I had of him. By that time, I had already discovered that I had married a narcissist. And I learned that with these people, you can't negotiate or make agreements. They are broken children who have no limits and whose purpose is to contaminate whoever they choose. You sowed seeds of pain and fear. By that time, I knew who I was dealing with. He had assaulted me many times, and I knew he would use that opportunity to destroy whatever he could. One of the most important lessons was learning to let go, to release, and to accept being left without an answer or an explanation. The priority here was to keep us safe, avoid confrontations, and go with the flow. But I didn't know what to do, where to spend the night to not be at home when he arrived. I didn't have enough money to spend the night in a hotel with my daughters, and I knew that he wanted to delay that moment. So sleeping in the forest in winter was not an option. And that's when I decided to create a plan that was fun, without sacrifice. That's flow. I only had money to fill up gas and eat something outside. And we left on the indicated day before dawn for the nearest big city. We could explore new places, visit shops, have a girls' afternoon, and keep our minds busy. My ex asked me to put his things in a boxes and that he would just pick them up. And so I did. I left everything ready for him, but we were worried about leaving our kittens at home alone with him. But I had to trust that I will find them well when I return. So we left, drove for 2 hours, and had a really fun day actually. The day went quickly, and when it got dark, we went back. When we were close to the house, no one in the car was talking. The three of us were afraid of how we would find everything, especially the cats. So when we arrived, the cats also arrived. They had escaped from the house. I opened the door and discovered that my intuition was perfect because the house was a total mess. He took way more stuff. Take carpets, blankets, and this cabin is very cold in the winter. Those things are important, but that wasn't the worst part. He went through my personal belongings, and he took my daughter's personal documents and mine. He had taken the documents from my immigration process, or medical certifications, and much more. He took my daughter's academic certificates, and she was in the process of starting college. So we got stressed, we felt scared, but the kittens were okay. And at that moment, he sent us a text saying he forgot some things and that he would come back the next day. So once again, I was right. I had also prepared for that. I bought deadbolts to secure the doors and lots of screws. I covered the windows so that no light will come in or out. I worked on it all night. The plan was to stay hidden in the house with the lights off and in silence, so he would think we weren't there. We left the car somewhere else, and we put what he forgot on the porch. We let him know that we wouldn't be home and that we had changed the lock. We didn't know how long we would have to hide, but we were prepared for at least 5 days. He had rented a moving truck and he had to return to another state. He couldn't take that much time, so it dawned, and my plan was to stay in the bed all day and in silence. And oh yeah, he arrived at noon, prowling around the house. And finally he left, but he said he forgot more things. And I know that the narcissist always come back. Anyway, the last time I heard his voice was in court for the divorce. In all my walks in the forest, I have never encountered a predator like a bear, but I had one in my house. I managed to get to safety.